Yep.
And welcome back to another installment of Baltimore County Forever Podcast. What up, Doe? Back for another week. Another week we are here. We have so much to cover.
Yeah.
But let's start with Beanie Sigel on the Art of Dialogue platform. I just seen it before I jumped on the live with you. DB's in the fucking building. I apologize.
Yeah. What's happening? How y'all feel? What it do?
Um. Okay. That you've seen it before? Did
I've
you?
seen I've seen it in bits and pieces. So I'm
Okay.
able to talk about some things, but I don't know if I've seen it all.
Oh shit. Um. All right. So let me find the. Okay. So the video clip that we're referring to is it says this is the headline. It says Beanie Sigel reveals Jay-Z wrote for Memphis Bleek and says Jay-Z always cheated for Memphis Bleek. This is coming
Mm-hmm.
off the heels of the Art of Dialogue episode where he had Dame Dash on, and Dame Dash exposes the fact that Jay-Z has written for Memphis Bleek.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in this clip, Bean says how Jay has always written for Bleek. He's like,
Yes.
can't you tell? You can always tell. I always noticed, like, he said if it was 4 or 5 records, me and Jay had verses, and then a couple weeks ago by and Bleek wouldn't have no verses, then out of nowhere Bleek would have verses.
Mm-hmm.
He also walks back and says he didn't write all his shit. He says that. He also says, Bleek, that's my brother. He doing good. He doing Duce. He doing Duce right now. He doing good. That's my brother. M Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like it's it's teetering because he also says he has help with the verse.
Yeah.
So immediately for me, I think about a rapper having assistants on rhymes like Kanye or somebody like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's always been a speculation about that, about Hove helping Bleak on
Yeah.
these records. Okay, cool. The next thing that Bean says is, can't you tell? Um, he would always have to help him on records that was me, Bleak, and Jay. But then
Mm-hmm.
he also says, I never witnessed it,
Yes.
but I can tell. I was confused. Literally, it's like a 4 or 5 minute clip, and I'm just like,
It was the most confusing thing that I've witnessed. And I'm I'm shocked at Beans, not because it seems I felt like, and I still feel like Beans is a man of integrity,
yes.
or at least that's what he gave off to me. And as somebody who comes from that era of rap and understands how much of a stain that was on your music career,
Mm-hmm.
you don't put that out into the world without proof. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because far as I know, Jay Z wrote both coming of ages
Mm-hmm.
in their entirety, right?
Mm-hmm. It was originally for
He's
Shaheem, at least
never,
the first one was.
yes, yes. Jay Z's responsible for both coming of ages. That's not like no secret. Everybody knows that. There has never been another Jay Z Memphis Bleek ghostwriting allegation up until Dame said it. And here's my problem with Beans and Dame. Both of them say it. Neither one of them can give you a song to go to, and that don't mean they don't exist. But this is just what was said. Neither one of them can give you a song that exists where you can go and hear it, see it in credits, anything. And I just don't like that. And I felt like even in the middle of Beans saying what he said, it's like he realized what he said.
Yes.
And it's
And that's what
like,
made me mad.
yes, that's what made me mad. Because how could you sit up there in front of that camera and allow yourself to get tricked into playing a game for clicks? You know what I'm saying? How could you get caught up in he said, she said, and then call a nigga your brother? And then go as far as to say, like it was so up and down. He said, yeah, that's my brother. Hold up, yo, he ain't write all this shit. Then he say, but Bleek good, yo. Bleek doing Duce.
It was
He
an
good. M
yeah.
easy.
Oh, the do say part bothered me because it was like, why are we bringing this up?
Why are we
It's like,
doing
bro,
that?
that's an unnecessary part. And
Yeah.
and saying that kind of make it seem like you jealous because he
He's
is always
jealous.
gonna be good.
That nigga
That,
said I'm selling fish off a food truck.
which I
It
gotta
goes
try.
back
I
to
go. I gotta go.
me too, me too,
I
me
gotta.
too.
Yeah.
It goes back to not taking accountability for your actions. Because that ain't nobody else's fault but Beans. There was a time, you know how I talk about Mace, where they
Mm-hmm.
say Mace at one point Mace was one of the greatest rappers in the
Yes,
world. There was a point where Beans was one of the greatest rappers in the world.
I
And
agree.
it's a matter of what you do with it. You understand what I'm saying? So here you are now. You see a nigga who y'all had the same opportunities, and I admit Bleak's opportunity. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't. Bleak opportunity wasn't better than Beanie Siegel opportunity.
It was actually Beans had the edge to the
Yeah,
audience because
for
he didn't have to
sure,
follow anybody. He
for
didn't have to
sure.
come up under a nigga that is now being deemed the greatest rapper. The only person that had to come underneath that title from someone,
Was Bleak?
you put it on your album. You
Yeah,
put it on your album. Like, we
yes,
understood what you had to fight through because people thought Jay was writing for you. Bean's
that's a fact.
opportunity was way different. Way different.
Yeah,
And he made the best of it lyrically. Now, as far as the business aspect, I can't really speak to that. It doesn't look good because he was focusing on doing the music versus doing the business. And
but
he
see, I'm not
trusted
even
them
talking
with
about
their
the business.
business. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the life decision.
What do you mean?
Beans going to
Oh,
jail.
in and out of jail.
He
Okay.
get in and out of jail. He addicted to lean.
Yeah.
He is, you know what I'm saying? It's just
It's
can't
not
leave the streets
tossing.
alone.
Yeah.
It's like at some point, yo, you gotta. It's the Ti and Jeezy thing all over again.
When he pulled him, you talking about when he pulled him aside, it's like, you gotta choose
Yeah,
one. You gotta pick
you
one. You
gotta
can't do
choose
both.
one, baby. You either gonna trap or you gonna rap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you gonna rap, you can't trap. It's over with.
Yeah.
Let it go. It's like nobody. It's like Jay Z said, Beans, I ain't trying to change you. Just give you some game to make the transition from the streets to the fame. And he never listened.
Yeah.
So you can't 20 years later say, I'm selling food, I'm selling fish off my food truck. You're the reason you selling fish off your food truck, bro.
See, now that right there, I think that was a callback to one of the interviews that someone had asked Dame, or they had asked someone about Beans doing a food truck, and the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer said it as a slight. If I'm
Right.
correct, and I don't want to put no smut on nobody's name, but I feel like it was an Art of Dialogue interview where someone had asked. I want to say it might have been Chris, or it was somebody that was involved in Rockefeller, and they asked them about it, and it was just like the way that they asked is just like an attempt to do exactly what Beans did, to get a
Yeah.
reaction the same way Beans gave the same reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just think with Beans, yo, that really just shows the old niggas don't need to be on the internet, because they don't know how
Yes.
to decipher what they should answer and what goes
Very
against
true.
their morals.
Very true.
Your
He could.
natural
Yeah.
morals that you've had as a,
And you can answer that question without lying,
yeah,
because you didn't have to do all of the me and Jay will be on the song 4 or 5 records, and then I don't be there. I go away, and a couple weeks later, Bleak on the record. When y'all do that,
yeah.
you can
When
simply
you
just
do
say,
that,
"I don't know."
be yo to actually say all of that and then come back and say he didn't write all this stuff. You could have just led with
You could
he
have just
always wrote
led.
when I was with him.
Yeah. Yes.
He always wrote when I was with him.
Yes. That nigga put
I
pen to
always
page
seen it.
whenever it was me and him. I can't speak of when I wasn't around, because you openly say I wasn't there. So now you make your man look crazy, and you calling him your brother.
That looks insane. That
But
is why the only person outside of Memphis Bleek that Jay has ever fucked with since Rockefeller, outside of Bleek and Kanye, is Freeway.
it's Freeway.
Is Freeway, because
Freeway.
Freeway understood what the fuck he was supposed to do.
Right, for sure. For sure.
And he knew never to speak about no wild shit in public. This is why Jay stopped fucking with Beans and was just like, no, you two, what? You're not trustworthy. You're not
Right.
trustworthy with secrets of the family. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, bro. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, man. I
You didn't
don't
have to do that, bro.
That
Street
left
niggas
a
don't need to be on
horrible
the
taste
internet.
in my mouth. It left a horrible taste in my mouth, because they come from, I always talk about that era, and I don't think I explained well enough what I mean. And what I mean is, and I don't mean to like age us out or sound old, but as a person that writes music, and I've been writing music ever since 1999, 98, all I knew in my mind when I started rapping was I had to be a hard ass rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had to be a tough ass rapper. I come up in the era where rap manhood meant so much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And since life has started happening, now we in 2025, I realize it don't mean that much anymore. But to the rappers that's my age or older, it still means everything, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I can't borrow your pen. I can't, you can't out rap me on a song. And I feel like to be in that room of like gladiators, this is Kiss, this is the Locks, this is Wu Tang, this is Redman, this is DMX, this is Jay Z. You understand what I'm saying? This is Nas. Like, you might not like these niggas musically, you might not like all their songs, but you can't say these niggas can't rap. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for a rapper, Beans was there too. For a rapper to say, "Yo, somebody wrote your shit," it's like you sign it like a death sentence for that era. Here is cool. In the '90s,
Mm-hmm.
man, I wish a nigga. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So to do that is just like, why would you ruin? Why would you ruin my legacy like that? and can't fucking prove it. Or not saying you can't prove it, but don't have a substantial amount of evidence today, why say it?
He don't have the proof. Give me
No,
to go back to exactly what you said. Give me a record that happened on. Give me a
that
record,
happened on.
because immediately, it's sad to say, but immediately I thought about the record Hypnotic. I went back to
Yeah.
how good those records on Made were. I'm not even going to go into the understanding, but how good the records on Made were. And
Mm-hmm.
now you telling me, you got me questioning as a fan, regardless of what era I'm in, because you know how I am with the whole people writing. But the fact that you are defacing my legacy by saying something like that, and then following it up by saying that's my brother, and I don't have proof. You
And
are,
he good.
it's
Like even
allegedly.
though I'm saying this, he good because he got Duce.
That double down, you double down so many times, but that sound
It
even
was
more crazy,
filthy.
because you like, oh, what I just said don't even matter because he doing the liquor stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That was filthy, bro.
I was like the
And
word,
it's just like,
and if you, it's only two sets of people you touring with the most, and it's Freeway and State Property, and it's Bleak. Over the
yes,
last 10, 15 years,
yes,
they've done shows
yes.
in Philly. They've done shows in Baltimore. They've done shows in Jersey. They've done shows down south. Don't try to make it seem like you're not getting money with this nigga, bro. And
And
I don't
how am
want to
I
hear
supposed to
about,
feel about that?
yeah, and I don't want to hear about there was something that happened. I don't
Right.
want to hear that, because if that was the case and that's your brother, you wouldn't have did that.
You wouldn't have did that.
You wouldn't have did that, bro.
Don't call yourself my brother after you do that. And
No,
then M Easy, he got Duce. Like, come on, yo. Come on.
you making niggas look bad,
Beans, I'm
bro.
here to say it, Beans. That was filthy, bro. That was filthy.
We
I
hold you
don't
at
know
a
what
better
type of
regard,
time
bro.
you and Dame are on, but this air dirty laundry and all that shit without proof, it's bad, bro. And I want better for I really want better for Beans, yo. Because Beans is more self-inflicted than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't necessarily agree with everything Dame say, but I also understand how Dame could feel betrayed or
Yeah.
crossed.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. Beans, yo, they gave you everything.
More than
Gave you
everything.
everything. They say Beans, like when you listen to Jay-Z talk, I forgot what he said one day.
He
He
had a
was like,
Bentley.
Beans
Driving
had
around a
two
Bentley.
Bentleys. He had two Bentleys and he didn't have a gold album out. And he got two Bentleys. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? As to say, you're not even bringing the revenue that your lifestyle, that your lifestyle, the lifestyle you living, you're not even bringing the revenue in to do that, but you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, damn, yo, come on. I don't like that for Beans, yo. I don't like that for Beans. No more vague. In 2025, let's not start off vague, Joey Badass. Baltimore County